Hello everyone. So in this section we'll discuss about a basic introduction to data structures. So what is data structures? So if you see, it is a way to organize the data. Now what do we mean by that is when we want to program anything and we have a huge amount of data. So we basically take the help of data structures to organize the data into the memory. So why we organize the data? It's because after organizing the data, it becomes very easy to process it. Now what do we mean by that is, if we have an organized data, we can very much efficiently access and process it. So here let's say if we take an example, let's say if you go to a library where you find these unorganized books. Now if someone asks you that bring a book related to algorithms from this unorganized books of let's say any particular author. So now here you can see that as books are unorganized, there is a problem, because in order to find a book related to algorithm for a particular author, you need to find that book in this unorganized books. So it will take a lot of time to find that book. Now let's say if these unorganized books are basically organized like this in a particular shelf, and now if somebody asks you that go and find a particular book related to algorithms of a particular author, so it would be very easy for you. You will just go to that particular section where the books related to algorithms are kept and you will just find that book. So here you can see that books can be related to the data, and when we organize these books, you can similarly relate it to the data structures where we are simply organizing the data so that it becomes easy to process it. So this is the basic introduction about what is data structures. Now let us see what are the types of data structures. So basically there are two types of data structures, linear and non-linear. Now when we talk about linear data structures, they have the data elements arranged in a sequential manner, and they are arranged sequentially so that each member is connected to its previous and next element, and as they are connected sequentially, it becomes easy to traverse them, and usually the traversal is a single level. Now these type of data structures are very easy to implement because they are stored sequentially in the memory. So some of the examples of the linear data structures are as follows. So here if you see array, linked list, stack and queue. So these are the linear data structure where the elements are stored sequentially and mostly they are single level. So the other type of data structure is non-linear data structure. So if you see, by this term non-linear, we mean that the data elements inside these data structures are not in sequence. They are basically connected to one another through different paths. And as in linear data structure, they were single level. Here they are basically stored in multi-level, and as they are multi-level, so in order to traverse each and every element in this non-linear data structure takes some amount of time. Now as they are multi-level, in order to traverse each and every element in this non-linear data structure is bit difficult, and compared to linear data structure, they are not easy to implement. So some of the example of non-linear data structures are tree and graph. So here if you see, if we take an example of an array, the data is arranged sequentially and it is basically in a single level, so we can traverse it sequentially. So it is very easy to implement. But here if you see that non-linear data structure are multi-level, so here it's an example of a tree where the topmost element is the root. So here if you see, these data elements are connected through multiple paths and they are in multiple levels. So here we discussed about the data structures, and we also discussed about the types of data structures, which is linear and non-linear. In linear, few examples are array, linked list, stack, queue, and in non-linear we have tree and graph. So in our upcoming videos, we'll discuss more about the array, linked list, stack, queue, tree and the graph data structures. So I hope you like this video. Thanks, have a nice day.